Well, Southwest holiday meltdown taking center stage. But a bigger problem facing the industry, the airline industry, there just aren't enough pilots. Now, Boeing estimates the commercial aviation industry will need upwards of 600,000 new pilots over the next 20 years. So with that meaning that 30,000 pilots are needed annually to meet the demand in the skies. We've got Swiss startup Loft Dynamics. They just secured $20 million in funding to help airlines tackle that shortage with its virtual reality simulation technology. So Loft is looking to take its helicopter simulation tech to new heights with airplanes and expand beyond Europe in the U.S. market. Now, here in a Fox Business exclusive is Loft Dynamics board member, investor, and entrepreneur Sky Dayton. Sky, thanks so much for joining us today.
Kelly, great to be here.
Well, I want to start off. So I've heard you're a jet-rated pilot, which I find very impressive, but you know what it's like to be in these planes. So talk me through how this virtual reality tech actually simulates that.
Yeah, great question. So there's a couple ways to train to fly airplanes. One is to fly in the airplane itself, which is expensive and very difficult, and the other is in a simulator. So I have 3 jet ratings, and to get those, I went and I sat in a giant apparatus that it fits in a 3-story building. It costs $10 to $20 million. And by training in that simulator, I was able to get in the actual airplane and go fly. So simulators work. It's how most pilots are trained today. The problem is, as I mentioned, they're incredibly expensive, and as a result, there just aren't enough of them. So I found this company in Zurich, Switzerland, with an incredibly innovative team that was the first to ever take virtual reality technology, combine it with a full motion platform that moves with 6 degrees of motion, and get it certified by a major regulator, in this case, the FAA of Europe, EASA. And as a result, we have state-of-the-art training that is equivalent to flying in the actual aircraft that is much less expensive, a 10th to 20th the cost, in a form factor that can be everywhere the pilots need to train.
A 10th to a 20th of the cost? Wow, that's pretty efficient there. So I've seen a number of these simulators, but they're very large scale, right? You know, you're sort of in this big cockpit. It takes up a lot of room. How is this one different than those specifically? I mean, are there any trade-offs that you're getting? We know it's more cost effective, but I'd love to hear a little bit about the comparison.
Sure. So the traditional simulators use these giant hydraulic actuators that look like almost like tractor parts. And like you said, it's like being in a giant room that's moving. It's driven by a big data center. It takes an army of technicians to run these things. So what we've replaced that with is virtual reality goggles on a moving platform where the physical controls are all present. So the pilot can have all the same haptic feedback and force control, motion and everything to develop muscle memory and everything. But the visual is actually much better. It's actually much more realistic than looking through a piece of glass in a traditional simulator at essentially a TV screen. So, if you think about helicopter training, for example, you want to be able to look in all directions, including down and up and behind you. And we can do that here actually much better than a traditional simulator.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. If you're learning how to fly, you want to feel that 360 vibe of what it's like to be in the cockpit. You did just raise $20 million, but of course, our viewers are always interested in what they can invest in. Any chance, you're looking at IPOing in the future?
Team is really just focused on moving initially from helicopters. Now we have the first models are for the 2 most popular helicopters in the world, including an Airbus turbine helicopter and a Robinson helicopter, and now into fixed wing, which is airplanes this coming year, and really just heads down building. So, the background of the problem that you mentioned at the top of the segment around the need for pilots,
Sure.
right? It's just we're not going to solve it with traditional technology. We need something different. We need innovation. And what this will mean is that we anticipate not just the growth in the need for air travel, which is just increasing and increasing, but also in the future air taxis and future flight modalities that just mean more and more and more pilots.
Right, right. And of course, you've got the shortage, but everything else that we're experiencing right now. But I do have to say, Sky, thank you so much for joining us. When you do IPO, make sure you come back on the Claman Countdown. Would love to break it in a Fox Business exclusive, but appreciate your time today.